I'd also add that, your dad, Tony Chavez, was just an absolute legend in Odessa. Anybody that knows anything about criminal law and anybody that particularly practiced law and watched Tony in the courtroom was a dynamic lawyer, great trial lawyer. I just had so much admiration for your dad. And, I know we lost him recently, which was tough on all of us.
Yeah, definitely.
But, man, what a legend. And it was guys like Tony Chavez and, looking up to my own dad.
Yeah, your dad. Yeah.
And, people like Warren Burnett who were, just absolute legends that we looked up to. And we came back to Odessa and we wanted to be like those guys. And it's funny because I was always trying to mimic styles of these older lawyers. It took me a while to realize that you can't really do that. You kind of have to find your own style. And I'm sure you were kind of the same way.
Oh yeah, definitely. Well, kind of you bringing up these legends, my dad and Warren Burnett, your dad, and growing up, I tell people, I would see my dad in court. And I just thought that's how all lawyers were. I didn't realize till I was older and like a lawyer and saw more lawyers in action that you were watching greatness. Like, it's like, wow, that and I had some of the best, Warren Burnett told me that, my dad's one of the best he's ever been against. Jerry Goldstein, who's the best in the country, said, your dad would run circles around me in the courtroom. I just have a better team around me than he does. And, like you growing up and watching your dad, you probably just thought, oh yeah, that's how all lawyers do it. Then you grew to appreciate just how good and special they were. And, we definitely had big shoes to fill, but at the same time, we developed our own way of how to do it, And
Well said.
we're still kind of figuring out how to do it. But I think you and I kind of every day try to put the pieces together in a different way or a better way, or we're not afraid to change. And, that's something you've done probably more than me. I've stayed in Odessa and kind of followed in my dad's footsteps with the criminal law and built that practice a lot bigger than he did. Mm-hmm. But, you've expanded into other markets, you've expanded into other fields of law, and then dialed it down and specialized back into PI, which is what you love, and now I would call it you've mastered the art of PI, and that's why I enjoy referring and associating with you